Explain to me as a woman, how can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized?
Here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the
Breaking news rocks the WNBA world. On live television, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith did not hold back, directly calling out Angel Reese, confirming she is suspended. The tension off the charts. The reason? Shocking. And this isn't just about one game. This could define Reese's entire career. From rivalries with Caitlin Clark to public feuds to explosive social media storms, this is the full story the league doesn't want you to hear.
She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work.
It was during ESPN's First Take when Stephen A. Smith dropped the bombshell live in front of millions. He addressed Angel Reese directly. "Young lady, I have to be real with you. You've been suspended." The shockwave was instant. Fans flooded social media. Some were furious. Others said, "Finally."
Caitlin Clark, the reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly...
To understand why this suspension has hit so hard, we need to rewind. Angel Reese entered the spotlight with massive potential. The Bayou Barbie, who led LSU to a national title in 2023. But with fame came controversy. From her heated on-court rivalry with Caitlin Clark to her unapologetic trash talk, Reese became one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball.
Angel Reese, in my opinion, has been raised either influential by her parents or peers to be a subpar example for women.
But the controversies didn't stop after college. In her rookie WNBA season with the Chicago Sky, Reese found herself at the center of multiple incidents. Flagrant fouls, heated exchanges, and social media spats became regular headlines. Her critics argued she was more focused on going viral than improving her game.
Call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something.
Then there's Caitlin Clark. While Reese was making headlines for drama, Clark was making them for record-breaking performances. Calm, composed, and deadly accurate from three-point range. She became the league's poster child. Sponsors lined up. Attendance soared when Clark played, and the media began drawing an unavoidable comparison.
Yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting.
So, why exactly was Angel Reese suspended? According to league insiders, the decision came after a combination of on-court conduct violations and what officials called conduct detrimental to the league's image. Sources claim multiple warnings were issued and ignored. The WNBA, under pressure to protect its growing audience, decided enough was enough.
Caitlin Clark, the reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredible.
Stephen A. Smith's call out was more than just news. It was a warning. He reminded Ree that the WNBA is at a pivotal moment. With TV ratings finally climbing, the league can't afford distractions. His message was clear. You are too talented to waste this opportunity. Whether Ree takes it to heart remains to be seen.
Be cognizant that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese, and you will always be picked apart, unfortunately. It comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, you know? So you just have to remember that if you aren't ready for the scrutiny, if you're not ready for the heat, then, you know, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it. You have to be mindful with what...
Fans are split. Some believe Ree is being unfairly targeted because she's outspoken. Others say her behavior is finally catching up to her on TikTok and X. Hashtags like Free Angel Ree and Resuspension are trending, each with thousands of heated comments.
I have told countless women over the years in this industry, the bosses are always watching. Whether directly or indirectly, there's always eyes on you.
With her suspension in place, Angel Ree faces a choice: double down on her current path or regroup and rebuild her image. Her return could be triumphant, or it could mark the slow fade of one of women's basketball's most promising stars. The clock is ticking and the world is watching.
Some of her TikTok posts, like she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue.
What's your take? Is Angel Reese being unfairly treated, or is the suspension justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want the full backstory on her feud with Caitlin Clark, check out our deep dive video linked here. Don't forget to subscribe. This WNBA season is just getting started.
Explain to me, as a woman, how can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take?
Breaking news out of the WNBA: Stephen A. Smith has just gone live and delivered one of the most brutal public callouts of his career, and the target Angel Reese. After a series of controversial off-court moves, public backlash, and what insiders are calling a pattern of distractions, the young star now finds herself suspended, and the fallout could change her career forever. But Stephen A. didn't just stop at criticism. He compared her directly to Caitlin Clark. And let's just say, it wasn't flattering.
Look, again, I have no issue with women who want to make money based on their sexuality, right? More power to you, do whatever you want. But don't whine to me that you've been far too sexualized and then post the photos that have been...
It all started when Angel Reese posted a bold New Year's Eve outfit on Instagram address that left very little to the imagination. The backlash was instant. WNBA fans and even some former players accused her of prioritizing attention over her game. The criticism was so intense that Ree temporarily deactivated her Instagram on New Year's Day, only to reactivate it days later. But by then the damage had been done. That's when Stephen A. Smith decided to weigh in live on air, not just to talk about the outfit, but to send a message to the entire league about professionalism, branding, and the difference between hype and legacy. Smith didn't mince words. He said, quote, "Caitlin's handling her brand like a pro, but Angel, girl, what are you doing?" He reminded viewers that Caitlin Clark, despite being one of the most talked about rookies in WNBA history, has managed to avoid off-court controversies entirely. Instead, Clark lets her performance speak, earning Rookie of the Year and even landing as a finalist for League MVP. Smith contrasted that with Ree, who in his words has let distractions define her narrative. A narrative that could make coaches, sponsors, and fans think twice before investing in her future. For many fans, this isn't just about one dress or one Instagram post. Ree has been at the center of multiple public firestorms. In 2023, during the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, her taunting gesture toward Caitlin Clark went viral, sparking national debate over sportsmanship. Later that year, She fueled another wave of controversy by skipping the White House celebration visit with her LSU teammates, citing scheduling and personal reasons. But critics accused her of being unprofessional. Then came the subtle social media jabs, the cryptic tweets, and now the suspension. This isn't an isolated incident, it's a pattern. Stephen A. Smith's comparison cut deep because it wasn't just opinion. It was backed by results. While Rhea's been a solid rebounder, Clark has dominated the headlines for all the right reasons. Scoring records, leadership, and professionalism. As Smith put it, you don't need stunts or provocative behavior to build a brand. Focus on the game, and the rest will follow. The message was clear. If Reese wants to be taken seriously as a star, the distractions have to stop and soon. Online, the reactions were brutal. Some fans called Rhea the worst player in the league, not for her stats, but for her off-court behavior. Others defended her, saying male athletes have been forgiven for far worse. But the overwhelming sentiment was frustration. Frustration that a young, talented player could be jeopardizing her career over avoidable drama. Sports journalists echoed Smith's concerns, with one columnist writing, "In the WNBA, your reputation is as valuable as your shooting percentage, and Reese's stock is dropping."